All right, everyone. Hello. We are back at a Damn You're Beautiful talk. And today is very, very, very special because for the first time ever, I have a guest on my show. And so this is really cool because I'm really excited to collab and planning to do more collabs later on just to have more input and have more insight on the topics that we're talking about. So today we're going to kind of be talking about this really important topic. And we're gonna gear it towards more of our Hmong community, and we're gonna talk about creating positive sisterhood. And so today I have my guest here, Liberty.
Hi,
She's
everyone.
she's wonderful, and I'm just gonna let her introduce herself. So you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes. So my name is Liberty. I'm super honored to be a part of City's video. She actually reached out to me after I posted a status on Facebook. I don't even know, like, what was it, March or even, I think so. Yeah, March or April. I know we've been planning this video for a while. And so I guess a little bit about myself is I'm currently a registered nurse right now during the whole entire pandemic thing. I'm a Hmong American. I just graduated in December of last year, 2019. And right now, I'm just kind of doing my own thing, like being independent, really learning how to become an amazing nurse and really loving the career I'm in and loving myself. I guess during that time, during March, when I posted that status, it wasn't really geared towards anyone or anything. It was just something that I've been kind of feeling. I actually posted about what is it, women empowerment and just like bashing on each other and, just things like that where it's just not relevant anymore. And so, yeah, I posted that and then I guess City reached out to me and that caught her attention. And so now we're here making a video. And so, yeah.
Oh, yes, I'm so happy to
Mm-hmm.
have you. And I just want to also say, I have you as a friend on Facebook and I follow you. And, you're just very inspirational. It's not, you're just like being you and you're just doing your
Oh,
own
thanks.
thing. And you don't
Yeah.
really pay no mind to what others are probably saying about you or doing, whatever. But I just know that people, they love you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That means a lot.
And again, being a nurse around this time too. I mean, being a nurse anytime, but being a nurse especially around this time is
Yeah,
so
right.
crucial. And so we just thank you for
Oh,
what you're
thanks.
doing, and especially because you just became a nurse not too long ago, right?
Yeah, just maybe a month or so in now. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
still on training, but, still doing my thing. So,
Right.
yes.
So that's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what you were talking about, like that post that you posted up on Facebook, it stood out to me because I think it's something that I also see in our community where um sometimes we don't come together as sisters, like Hmong sisters,
Hmm.
to build each other up, but instead when someone is doing good or when someone else is succeeding, we tend to uh, find a way to talk badly about them or not really support them, and just kind of like uh, say something or bash on them. I kind of just want to ask you, what do you feel like sisterhood means to you? I mean, like imagining like how you grew up and
Right.
what you were um, taught to believe in, like supporting uh, or having relationships with other Hmong sisters, and just
Hmm.
kind of like what your experiences is and how it's shaped you to see what sisterhood means to you.
Yeah. And so I guess like that, like I said, during that time when I did post that post, I'm the type of person who never really likes to rant at all on Facebook, but I just felt like it was really relevant at that time in my life, just because I felt like there was so many negative things happening to me, and I feel like even post graduation, like I'm more at home where I get to see my friends, I get to be around people that I'm used to again. And so with that comes along a lot of things where people are saying a lot of things about you, saying a lot of things to you. And so, yeah, I guess that status was, like you said, it was mainly about women empowerment and just forgiveness and moving forward and just really not holding a burden on each other. And so, I guess sisterhood means to me is to just to be able to forgive and not hold grudges to each other, just because I feel like that's such a waste of time. Whether that's your friend, that's your family, like either way, you both are women, you guys can discuss about your situation and kind of get over it, you know. And that's kind of what I was leaning towards, just because I've seen so many girls in certain situations where, I don't know, I just think about, like, for example, like a girl and a guy and another girl, like, oh, the guy cheats on the girl with another girl, the girl bashes on each other, rather than like going against the guy, when really it's the guy's fault who literally caused the whole situation. And I hate seeing that type of situation. I've seen it all over Facebook with a bunch of different type of friend groups, and it's just kind of like, you know, what's the point of that when you guys should be supporting each other? You know, you both are women, you both have feelings, and you guys probably are going through the same thing. So yeah, I guess their sisterhood is, there's so many meanings to it, but I think overall it's just kind of like forgiveness, to not have such a heavy heart, and just really understand each other and have that conversation with each other.
Mm,
Yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you say, forgiveness and not have a heavy heart, why do you feel like sometimes it's hard? Why do you feel like it's
Right.
hard to get over things and get over the fact that something bad happened between y'all, or get over the fact that maybe someone is, seems to be succeeding more than you? Honestly, sometimes
Mm-hmm.
I felt that way too, where I see people on Facebook like working out or succeeding doing stuff. I'm just like,
Right.
dang, like sometimes I get jealous
Yeah,
and I
like
get
that could be
angry
me,
too.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And
So
so, I mean, I guess it goes down to self-love, you know, like, do you love yourself enough to really care about comparing yourself to these other people? And honestly, I'm not trying to compare my success with any other, but I've noticed that after me being successful, there's also a lot of burden with that too, in which I feel like no one should ever feel bad about being successful. No one should ever feel bad about posting about them being excited about, you know, going to school or getting their first job, you know. And it's just little things like that where you kind of realize that there's certain people in your life that don't like to see that happen. And I think it comes down to self-love and how they feel about themselves, you know. And so I guess at that point, like, either they kind of have to work through whatever they're going through, and like I said, like, no one really knows exactly what each other are going through. So at the end of the day, having that conversation and just talking to each other and really understanding where each other is coming from, you know, is what will kind of just solve the problems. You know, not gonna lie, sometimes I feel like that. I mean, scrolling through Instagram, looking at people's like posts and seeing how they're living their life, you know, it's really different when reality they're probably not even living their life like that. And so there's no need to compare and like develop hatred and grudges towards somebody because you kind of wish that you had that life, you know.
it's funny you just I just thought of something that came up because yesterday I stayed up really late until like
Oh yeah,
3 a.m. because I was writing a blog post
girl.
about I was writing a blog post on my blog about, adulting and just kind of like my journey, my struggles of adulting. And
Yeah.
kind of what you said, like, don't compare yourself to other people online. I wrote this little sentence in my blog post, like, don't expect Gandhi to be like Barack Obama, right?
Yeah,
Because
no, that's
that's
true.
what I said. I
Yeah.
said, everyone has their own life purpose. Everyone has their own path. Everyone has their own special abilities. And if you expect you to be like someone else, then you're going on the wrong path. Because if Gandhi was trying to be the president and trying to do all this like
Right.
Barack Obama, I mean, they didn't live at the same time, but just imagine if they
Hmm.
did at the same time. Like if he was trying to be like Barack Obama tried to be like Gandhi, it wouldn't
It would not work
would
out, you
not work
know.
out, right?
Two
Because they're
different people, but amazing purposes, you know.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And so I just like want to put that in people's head too, that just because there's one way that people are promoting how to live, how to look like on social media, that's not
Hmm.
necessarily what you're supposed to be doing, right?
Exactly. For
Mm.
sure. And so that's why it's just kind of like, you know, when I see these things about women hating on each other, it's just kind of like, you know, you are so amazing in your own way and you are so amazing in different ways, you know. So it's just kind of like there's no need to kind of have that hatred towards each other when really you guys both have a purpose in life. So I don't know, some people might think I'm wrong that when it comes down to it, self-love, you know, but I personally, I've experienced it enough to really realize about the other person and realize that they have a lot of like other insecurities where they kind of used it against other people to put their negativity off of, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, I don't know, I guess it's just really hard, and everybody handles situations differently.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I like to just be upfront, get it over with, and we can be cool and see each other, say hi, you know. But, you know, we're not obviously going to be like best friends, is what I'm expecting everybody to be like. But at least just be mature about situations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so I heard you say like you've experienced it enough. So you know,
Mhm.
if you want to share, you know, like
Oh, yeah.
what do you mean by like like you've been through enough experiences? And like an additional question I just want to know is like how have you been so resilient